You know, the truth is, Todd, I used to knock meetings like this out of the park.
And what changed?
You, student sitting across from me.
Because we're more shrewd, because we see how things work, because we don't want to die for these pieces of shit.
Because you want to put as much distance between yourself and the real world as possible. And these pieces of shit, by the way, how many times are you going to say that? They bank on your apathy. They bank on your willful ignorance. They plan strategies around it. They try to figure out how much they can get away with because of it.
So blame me for it all. Blame me, because I might just want to live the good life, because I can, because I'm smart enough to. You gonna blame me? Because I don't want to work elbow to elbow with you on a goddamn collective farm? Doc, you are sounding a hell of a lot like my parents. They're always harping on how they're giving me a better life than they ever had. And then they resent the shit out of me because I got the nerve to enjoy it.
Todd, what good is a $90,000 Benz? There's not only not enough gas in the tank, but the streets and the highways are decaying to the point of becoming third world. If all your rants about Congress and politics are true, Todd, if things are really bad as you say they are, when thousands of American troops are dead and more are dying every day, probably as we speak, you tell me, how can you enjoy the good life? Rome is burning, son. And the problem is not with the people that started this. They're past irredeemable. The problem is with us, all of us, who do nothing, who just fiddle, who try to maneuver around the edges of the flame. And I'll tell you something, there are people out there, day to day, all over the world that are fighting to make things better.
You think it's better to have tried and failed than failing to try, right?
Yeah.
But what is the difference if you end up in the same place?
At least you did something.